Hello, friends. It is cold. I never wear a beanie, but um, I do when it's cold, like most people. Duh. So I wanted to share a word that God put on my mind. Um, I get a lot of ideas, so I just put them down. So there might be a couple videos that come out, catching up in this crazy week. um, But this word was about yoking ourselves to Christ, and what I put was how he is God in flesh. This relates to Jesus' character. So he was God in flesh, and he understands the flesh. But he was the perfect example and showed us what, in a way, he aspired humans to be before the fall in Genesis 3. So we weren't made for destruction, for death, for murder, for the countless ways of suffering in this world. We weren't made for that. But what we're called to is something greater. God did not become flesh for nothing. We can be something brand new, a new creature, born new by fire and water. So, as we walk with Christ, we can yoke ourselves to Him in recognition that His yoke is easy. A yoke is something that would be used for a pair of oxen as they carry a load. And they would pair the oxen by their strength, by their size, by their weight. How are we supposed to be yoked and even with Jesus? I mean, that's um, to me, a big thought. Like, how? But this is how beautiful Jesus' character is. He doesn't look for us to be anything, He doesn't look us to reach any certain point. He just wants us to come as we are, to allow Him to transform us by the renewal of our minds, by the unhardening of our hearts, so that we can be something brand new and let Him do the work through us, the good work that He has begun that will not be completed until the day He returns. His burden is light. There's nothing to carry with Him. So yoking ourselves to Christ is easy. He's not going to push or shove, and this is how we can know what is of God and what is of the enemy in this world. God's voice is still and small. When He speaks, you will hear, for He tells us that His sheep know His voice and they follow Him. So just an encouraging word today to yoke yourself to Christ, because it's possible. His yoke is easy and there's nothing to carry with Him. His burden is light and He calls us to come as we are. For we are called to something greater, something brand new. He invites you, and I do too. Jesus is awesome, and you're awesome too.